Good evening, everybody. It's your boy Todd Koppel, and we're gonna get G with it.
Who's Todd Cowell?
Oh, no, okay, I just came up with that. You check out the breast cancer awareness shirt, y'all. They dope. Go on our website, get your shirt. It's $30. You know what I'm saying? See my nipples on the shirt.
Hey y'all.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome to Wide Therapy.
We got some topics for y'all today. A man showing emotion, is it a sign of weakness? And we're going to talk about Swedish Day. Who the hell celebrates Swedish Day? Good evening, Amy. What's up? Tuning in from the West Coast. Love Amy. Hey, Amy, you sent me to a Chinese restaurant in Vegas, and it was not good. So you owe me. We're going to talk. Need a better spot than where I went to. They was trying to rip me off. They would charge me $3 for egg rolls for one, and it wasn't even good.
Oh my God, Jay Henny knows good Chinese food.
I know.
I knew you so you.
No, Amy, the Chinese food place. So Amy says, wait, what? The Chinese food place that you had sent me to in Vegas, it was not up to par. But I got you though, because I see what you can do in the kitchen though. So we go. You can pay back. But first things first, I don't know where we're gonna start. Let's talk about what's up, Ashley in the building. Ashley Davis out of Mississippi. What's going on, Ashley? Let's talk about men.
Y'all crazy.
Wait. Hold on. Let's say y'all. Men who express their emotion, men who express their emotion is seen as a sign of weakness. What do you think about that?
I think it depends on like how he expresses his emotion and how often, because I don't want to hear that all the time. You know, I can't see. So what is that?
So hold on. Before, I'm sorry, I know we get into the topic and then get off. I sent Ashley to Wing Bucket in Dallas, and she said it was nasty. She went to the wrong Wing Bucket. That's all I gotta say. She went to the wrong Wing Bucket. Wing Bucket. It's fire in Dallas. Check out Wing Bucket. Go downtown. Whatever. Anyway, men that show their emotion, is it a sign of weakness? Is it?
So I think it's how they do it and how often. Like, I don't want you all the time. Like, you can't cry. First of all,
see, you can't cry.
No, like you can't cry all of the time because we're not sitting here.
So what's crying all the time?
Like once a week. Like, I feel like men should cry like 3 times a year.
So hell, you gotta get a calendar and keep up. Like, damn, dog, I cried in March. I only got 2 more times to cry for the rest of the year. What the hell I'm gonna do?
No, but I really think it's like the way I was raised. Like, I never saw my dad cry or get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that it's that crying to me is a sign of weakness. It may not be right, but that's just like my take on it. Do you cry?
Crying to you is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
Does it matter what you're crying about? It could be a death in the family or something like that.
Yes, that it does matter. You know, you're not just crying, over a drop of a hat, just over anything. To me, that's a problem.
So you're saying that a man can't express his emotion towards you, then, right?
Nope, I'm not saying that at all. And I probably sound really crazy right now, like saying it out loud, but it's okay. We're talking, you get a little emotional, but like anything, like, I know, it's just the way, my background. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. So hearing that, and all the guys who look at this show that probably want to holler at you that maybe cry once a year would realize they would hear this comment and be like,
no, you can come cry, come lay on me, come cry. It's okay. Keep it moving.
All right, okay. So, so this is my thing.
Okay, for real.
This is why men who neglect. First, let me go to this part. Men who neglect to show their emotion. I'm gonna get to a comment right here. I think Ashley said they are consistently crying, then it's an issue. And Amy says, it's okay if a man cries, like Jay says, and death in the family, etc. But if he's going to be a crybaby every day, then something mental is going on.
Yes, and that's really my point. I like to kid, joke around. But if it's always something like you're crying, especially if you're crying more than me, that's definitely a problem. Not to say that you all can't shed a tear sometimes, but I have seen men who are like, oh, never mind.
I thought you got a goddamn lion and tiger.
It did sound like that, right?
And I ain't got my pistol in here either. But anyway,
I got some bear spray.
What the hell does bear spray is gonna do with anything? I don't know. But women, this is how women view men who don't show any emotion. They view them as assholes and they view them as not caring. Here's the thing: a man has to watch who he show his emotion to, because if he shows his emotion to a woman, it can backfire on him, and she could view him as weak. She could try to run over him. Let me tell you one thing: a dude that show his emotion, or even you can use the word vulnerable. If he be vulnerable to a woman and she used it against him, he will never be vulnerable to that woman ever again. It's a chance that it will never happen, because men are reluctant to show any emotion as it is. When they decide to come out and show emotion, and a woman use that against them and it backfire, men will be like, shh, I'm not doing it again. And I see that Amy said it works. I believe that plays both ways. And let me tell you why it doesn't.
I'm listening.
Women are more emotional than men. So women are going to show naturally more emotion than men ever show if a man show any. So don't work both ways, because women are more quicker to show men emotion than a man show her emotion. I'm talking about a real man, not a crybaby little bitch. Sorry for men out there that's weak and soft. Sorry. Anyway, like, let's say you show a woman emotion, and you rarely show emotion. Emotion, I ain't talking about crying. I show emotions like you're going through something, you know what I'm saying? It's that mental health. It's like that break, and you come out and you say something, and a woman tell you to toughen up. That's what a man who rarely shows emotion does not want to hear. Toughen up.
And she's wrong for, she's definitely wrong for saying it. And I think that's why, like you said, most men don't feel comfortable saying things because the woman judges them. You know what I'm saying? And I think there are certain times for men to express themselves and be emotional, you know what I mean, that we find endearing or, things like that. But there are times when we kind of in our heads think like, is he really serious about us? Like,
but don't a man want to like here, put your big boy pants on, toughen up. Sometimes the way society is right now, this world today, the world is crashing down on not enough. The world is crashing down on men. Not necessarily talking about the feminine man who does feminine things, but the man that's masculine, the world is crashing down. So it's making things more complicated in the world today. Everything is like, it's just changing, and it's like pouring down. Like, for example, during the COVID, you had middle-class families losing business, and men who's run these households, they had to find other ways to support their family. So everything is pouring down on them. A man's not going to come to his woman and be like, oh, baby, I can't do it. However, a man's going to find a way. They're going to find a way to support their family, a real man. Now, the emotional man that's always crying is normally the ones that the woman is typically the head of the household, which is why women have probably bigger mouths today than what they used to. Not all women, but there are some big mouth women out there.
Okay, let me ask you this. Going back to your example about men, working hard, or they saying I can't do this, right? So when you are feeling challenged by something or drained by something, how do you express that? So you're not coming home and saying like, I can't do this, but how are you expressing that to her so that she can be supportive? Because for some men, that comes across to her as him being angry or upset, and she doesn't know why. But for you, you may be dealing with something heavy. And because you're not emotional, you're not expressing that.
A woman particularly knows her man, and he knows if something is wrong. And you don't supposed to assume, but typically, when something's going on with your man, something ain't right. The day-to-day operation at home, what he normally does versus to what he's doing right now. Something's going on. He can't keep it up. But if you got that tight, that's when communication comes to play. If you got communication, it's great, it's excellent. You will know if your communication channel is like damaged and ruined, then good luck. Because if you don't have good communication, when something is going wrong, you won't be able to tell anyway from your observation. So it takes a lot, and it starts with communication. And if the communication channel is broken, A man is less likely to come to you with anything, regardless if you have an emotional state or a breakdown. So I give you the last situation. I like this one. Natalie said, "Man just need to show emotion in the bedroom and just agree with us outside."
My girl.
I 50% agree with that.
Okay.
You know the part I agree with.
Yes.
So this is the thing. All right.
Go for it.
The last situation I was in, which will be discussed a lot on my reality show coming soon, the Hendos. Promotion, baby, the Hendos, the Lifeguard Crew.
You think that name?
The Hendos? Why?
In the Lifeguard Crew.
That's what it is.
It's the Lifeguard Crew in the Hendos.
I'm
gonna push my drink away. I'm gonna push it away.
Push the drink away.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm listening.
Last situation I was in, I couldn't open up because everything's like tough. Like a woman tells you, like, "Hey, toughen up." So I suck it up. Listen, let me tell you something. This year in 2022, I had my moment last night. Actually, I put my little message out on my story about 1:00 in the morning. I went and worked out. Had a lot of things going on in my head and everything. So I'm too busy when I got a lot of stuff going on in my head. I'm too busy trying to share vaguely what I got going on to motivate others that's going through some stuff, like for real. So if you view my story, it's not like I'm taking shots at anybody in my story because I don't really got time for that. But if I'm going through some things, I have a tendency to share it and try to motivate other people who's going through similar things. But I was going through a thing last night, and I started thinking about my past or whatever, and just think about a lot of stuff. So one thing with men that affect us, if we can't show emotion, we normally try to block these emotions out by just doing random stuff. And random things could be anything. It could be gambling, drinking, having sex, anything. And I think that's why keeping it in, it can destroy us. So one thing about a man too, like I said earlier, you want to watch who you reveal your emotion to, because a woman throw it back in your face and use it against you. And as men being masculine, we see that as betrayal. That's kind of like next to cheating. It's just that big.
Interesting.
So it's like you got cheating and you got betrayal when a man is being emotional to you, because you see it as like, damn, I've been disregarded. Like for once, I seen it open up, and it's like I get stumped down to the ground. And it's like the total disrespect. And I don't think women see how disrespectful it is. And I know vice versa, a woman show his emotion, but it's different because a man is not the emotion as a woman. And if he is, then he might play for the same team.
Yes, you were on a roll there. But and that's actually enlightening, right? But I think that you all, like, we have to care for each other's feelings in the relationship. Like, if you take the time to divulge something to her that's not easy for you to express, her response shouldn't be suck it up, pull your pants up, put your big boy drawers on or whatever. That shouldn't be her response. Like, she has to care for your heart like you have to care for hers. So women have to make it an emotionally safe space for men to share.
Yes. Glad you said that, vice versa. And again, you'll learn about this in my reality show. My reality show is going to be like, a lot of my business is going to come out, like, because people don't know that it's like another Hendo, and they'll find out later because that's a whole different story. But vice versa, when you say that. So some women would expect you to, like, keep your big boy pants on, but then they want you to show emotion to them in a sign of need. It's got to work both ways, but a man does have to be there for a woman's emotions more than a woman got to be there for his emotion. Because a man is seen as a leader, as a protector, as a guardian. You're going to protect the woman, so you got to be there for her and protect her at all emotional causes. Vice versa, a woman has periodically, it depends on how much she pays attention. She can be there for a man every now and then, but a man has to serve his purpose for a woman, being her protector and being there for her emotionally. What happens is women that fail, they get these guys who don't give a damn, and they like cocky and think a woman's supposed to depend on them, and they settle for that. And those are not real men. They're not real men.
Oh my goodness.
They're borderline biatches.
I think men underestimate how far emotional support can go in a relationship. You know what I mean? If she can come home and vent to you about her day, if you can, everybody talks about be his piece, but you need to be her piece too. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes men feel like when a woman expresses herself or vents her feelings that she's nagging or like she's being just.
It depends on what you're nagging about.
She's just talking too much. She just talks too much. She always talking about this, but a man who's going to listen to you, that's like top tier right there.
There's talking and there's complaining.
Big difference.
What she said, Amy said something. Yes, be her piece, not her piece of shit.
Ooh, yes,
Amy. So here's the thing. There's talking, that's complaining.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this shit before. That's a way, it's a tone to use. When you're talking a regular tone like we're talking right now. You come in like, this is my day, whatever. Then while you're talking, you may get emotional if something that drastic happened during your day, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's regular talking. Complaining is when you kind of like talking down to somebody. Like, you ain't did this, is complaining about dishes or whatever. Like, there's a thing that comes with communication. Communication is so easy, but yet we all suck at it. Men and women, we suck at it. And no man, especially, I had this written down. Men don't like to be yelled at. When you yell at me or say anything to me or start using cuss words, I turn the light off. I shut down. I'm not listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
If I gotta listen to you, if I'm not disrespecting you with cuss words, so I've been told that, like, I guess I'm sarcastic, so I say things.
You?
Really? I guess I say things that come off in a sarcastic manner, and it's not even sarcastic. It's just like I'm like deflecting like from the goal to like 100.
Mm-hmm.
I am deflecting, go to 100. Like, I say some smart things, I guess. I deflect. I know I can touch nerves, but when you're not arguing with somebody, you touch nerves by being kind.
This is true. Okay, I'm gonna tell part of the story.
Okay.
If I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Never mind.
On the story.
Huh?
I'm curious what the story is, but we don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna just say it. So let me see. So we've known each other since college, right? So there was a period of time that me and you did not talk because I was on the receiving end of that sarcasm. And so I was like, yeah, on the receiving end of it. So I know what that's like.
I don't think it was sarcasm.
Yes. So I know what that side of him though is like.
Let me tell you something.
And we didn't talk for how many years?
It was a long time. It was first of all, because now people look at the show like, she's right. I told him about him. His ass was sarcastic, but on purpose. It be him, it's his ass. No, it's not. Let me tell you something. So
his sarcasm is no joke.
Hold on, time out. Wait, we like shit. I can't call time out. Hold on.
But mine wasn't so yeah.
But sarcasm. Okay, sarcasm could be bad. All right, I'm just open up, be honest.
But you've learned your lesson, not from that, but you are definitely different in that way.
I'm deflective, so now instead of saying thing, like I tell. So if I tell you, God bless you, that's because of conversations getting out of control. I don't want to take it there. I'm not gonna go back and forth with nobody. Stay blessed, stay humble. That's it. And I say it every time in my story. Stay humble, y'all. Stay blessed, because I'm not gonna get in a shot match. Because one. If you get in the shot match somebody, where is it going to lead to? What the hell are we going if we get in the shot match? We talk, we arguing, where the hell is it going to go? It ain't going no damn where. So, like, why argue with somebody?
Right.
But that's the thing about men who are emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to that, men who are emotional will argue you to death, will disrespect you, which leads to domestic situations. So you got to watch out for the overly emotional men because they got their little feminine traits. Because women are typically overly emotional.
You know what? Overly emotional men aren't in control of their emotions, because like everything, the worst thing a man, not the worst, but one of the worst things a man can say is like, it left me feeling some type of way. And you feel some type of way about everything. You ain't got no control over your emotions. That's a problem. Emotional men don't have control over their emotions.
Some do, I think. I think something. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. Sorry, man. I can't like speak for y'all and your feminine traits. So, but what are some of the repercussions for being emotional to a woman? I mean, we already talked about. Woman will take lead of the household. She'll take over lead. She'll think it's a sign of weakness. She'll think she's going to be king and queen. So she's going to push a man to the side. She's going to have that big mouth. One thing I had relationships where I dealt with women with big mouths. It is the worst. Oh my goodness. It's like, put a fucking muzzle on her. Yes. Women who just like a little like chihuahua, you know, they come in there like strap that fucking dog up.
Like, I can't shut up.
No, that's not all women, so don't y'all get emotional out there, but it is some big mouth women out there. And some little feminine man too.
Oh my goodness. I think everybody should take a sip every time he says feminine man.
You'll be drunk because I just ain't gonna try it because men be out there. You know, so check this out, right? I'm at, I don't know if this is yesterday. I'm out. I'm sitting down, right? So I'm at my little side gig. And I'm on my phone. I'm on TikTok and shit, you know. I'm chilling. I'm sitting there like, you know. So I from what I do, I have to watch people come in and out this business. So this lady come in and I don't know if her ass is real, if it was fake, I don't know. But the man's behind, and I have to look up. I observe everybody come in. It's like a memory check. You know, I observe, I get a description, I'll go back down, mind my business. The dude gives me a nasty look for looking at this woman. And it's like, to me, that's an emotional. It's like, dude, like, you walk outside with your queen. If your queen is beautiful, every man's gonna look. I just happen to look because I gotta look at everybody coming in here, whether they look like Yokozuna or they looking like, you know, Neil Long. You know, either or, I have to look and observe everybody coming in this business. Man looks at me, right? He makes his woman put a jacket tied around her waist to cover her butt.
Around the ugly booty?
Yes. And I'm like, dude, like, and the other guys was looking, but it's like, dude, like, you can't be that emotional where you're gonna like take your prize, what God gave you, and it's a prize. It shines. It's bright like a diamond. A diamond shines and catches everybody's attention. So why are you gonna put something around that diamond for it not to shine? And I'm not talking about the ass. I'm talking about her per se as a woman being beautiful. So guys that's overprotective like that, and you hear guys like, my woman can't wear this out in public or showing the cleavage or showing the arms. It's like those are the ones you gotta watch for. And Amy just said is being insecure. Mostly insecure guys are the most emotional. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Super insecure. And they don't have control over their emotions. Not at all.
What is a sign from a man that's over emotional?
Silent treatment. He's in his feelings.
But why would he have to start? Like you say, silent treatment because he did something wrong and he doesn't hold accountability for it, or what? Because
he's feeling some type of way. Either you pissed him off or he's just pissed, and so he won't talk about it.
It's interesting. So, like a man, I've seen man, and so I have a strong personality. I don't know if it's strong. Maybe I'm just too sarcastic for some people. But my weakness, I don't get along with guys that are sensitive. We don't mesh well. So guys that are overly sensitive, we don't mesh well. I talk a lot of shit. It's my nature. I do it naturally. If you don't like joking around, you like being serious all the time, we will not get along. Period. I talk a shitload of shit. And I like to be around people that talk shit too. And like to talk about me. Seriously though, because you're around we kick it. So when you get around those guys that's super sensitive, some of those guys that get like emotional, they get even also they're more emotional. They let if you're a strong man, you're secure about yourself. You're secure about your life. You know who you are. You know what goes on. So anything somebody says won't bother you. Like, me, myself, I don't give a damn what anybody say about me. I don't typically care. Nothing bothers me but one thing.
Being a big mouth woman?
No.
What?
I cannot go in public with the people from the alphabet community. Like, I know I got friends that might watch this that just, but I can't go like, I don't care what people say. You know how you go in the public like with like a gay friend, and people be like, I wonder if I'm the fucking girl in the relationship, but it's your friend. But I don't care what people think. But I don't want people to fucking be thinking like, is he the fucking bitch in this relationship?
Really, Jay?
I can't.
I'll ask offline.
Yeah,
I'll ask offline. That's pretty interesting though.
I love my brothers who you know chose their life, but I don't know if I can like.
Okay, I got a question though, because I feel so. Have you hung out with them one-on-one before you knew that they were?
Maybe like 20-some years ago when I
So,
only want to tell the story.
So it's no different.
No, it was different there because he was I ain't gonna put no name on that, but he was smashing chicks. You know, so I know, hey, he was a coach at bar. Get him a coach. Get some coach. And he was smashing the coach, so it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I can mind about this his age.
He's the same person.
But he ain't smashed no cooch.
But he did.
But that was damn. He smashed a cooch. It was okay because we was both into the cooch together. Now we got. I would, fellas is watching this. I got a question. If you got a gay friend, that's a dude, of course, can you go out and have lunch with him and be cool and not care what anybody else think? I don't care what anybody else think, but in this situation, this is a whole different topic.
It is.
But this is the emotion side that I care what people think about
but
my public.
I think you're thinking that right now, but I think you would.
What?
I think that's just the way you're thinking about it, but I think you would go.
No, it's hard because look, let me tell you something. Y'all out there, women is different, right? So women can have the women emotional, right? Women can talk to women, especially women that's like gay women. They can have conversations and talk about their gay relationships, whatever, and you can laugh, whatever. And dudes can't talk to a heterosexual male about their gay relationships.
I do agree with that statement.
Okay, unless you like overly emotional man and you halfway on the fence, you probably get the conversation. But no, seriously, I can't. Dudes, it's hard to have a conversation, especially a very masculine man that doesn't show emotion. He is not. He really can't have that conversation with a dude about this. What kind of advice could a heterosexual male give a gay dude about his relationship?
He can't. He can. You know, I just learned something new about you.
What?
That.
I can't look at me. I can't go out of public. This is me dressed right. Me and my gay friends. We sitting. What's up, man? A way to come. Oh, how your night going today, guys? What's this, a lovely occasion? No, bitch.
Why? You know there are gay men that are just as masculine as you.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the gay man just masculine me. The point is, we had differences. So
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say.
I think it's that. So we got comments.
Where you put the?
Are you embarrassed because they're flamboyant? I don't think it's that. I don't know.
Okay, so for one particular situation, I think if you all went out in public, it would be obvious that person was.
I don't even group this. You can go out to lunch together, but don't go out at night together. People are going to think y'all get ass together. See, that's what I'm talking about. Boy.
That's funny.
It is. It is hilarious because it's like.
I think this needs to be an experiment on the Hindos.
We're not. Let me tell you something. You almost made me forget. We're not taking this to the reality show.
Oh, we can talk about it on the reality show. You're gonna do it, and then we'll talk about it. No.
I don't know how we're gonna set this up.
It's easy.
What?
It's easy. We're gonna take care of it. So stay tuned for that social experiment.
I don't know about the social experiment.
It's easy. It's easy to.
What? Melissa talking about? Yes. No, we're not. No,
Yes.
No, we're not. We're not doing this.
Yes, we'll make it happen.
No, Amy, I'm not homophobic. I'm just let me tell you something. I'm not one of those. So can we agree to this? Overly emotional.
She want to watch it. The people want to watch. You got to get the people what they want.
What the hell? What are we watching, Melissa? What are we watching? I'm gonna call you. Hey, what are you watching? What are we watching though?
Y'all gonna go out?
What you mean y'all gonna go out? What does this mean? This ain't no damn thing.
I know. You that you don't go on dates, so we know it's not a date, right? Yeah.
First of all, why are we talking about a man and dates in the same sentence with me?
You said that.
She want to watch it. Who is this? Oh, it was a Love is Love. I've helped many heterosexual men with their one problem, so the same can be returned to be a homosexual. That's Terrence Clark, and no, it cannot. I cannot give a gay man relationship advice. I'm sorry, I just can't. I can listen though. I don't gotta be like, man, that's fucked up.
Okay, you could. So what we'll do is we'll put it, give you an earpiece, and as he's telling you your problems, I'm gonna tell you what to tell him.
No, no, this is not gonna be part of the reality show. We don't know about that, you know, the experiment. Let's be not experiment. It's not experiment. Love is love. Heterosexual love and homosexual love is different. Period. I'm gonna just say that right now. Is
how?
Because a man falls in love with a woman with a vagina, falling in love with a man with a penis is different. There you go. That type of love is different. You can't. Let me tell you something. What's normal? So
if you, because you say this all the time, love is an action word, right?
Yeah.
So how is that different?
It's just different.
Okay.
So Amy said gay couples have relationship problems too.
Facts.
They do.
Trauma.
But what kind of relationship problems do they have? Is it similar to those in the heterosexual relationship? I guess when it comes to bills and stuff, it can be. But you know, from emotional, just saying you got two like men that are like macho together, who you have being submissive. Well,
the emotional one.
Who?
The emotional one.
You say, so this is the thing. This is let me tell you about the difference between a heterosexual and homosexual. We get that thing. So in a heterosexual relationship, the man is already like looked at to be the leader. Homosexual relationship, they fucking throw a cord up or drop heads or tails. I guess they pick who will be there. It don't even matter. I don't even care. I like women. I love women.
You love women.
It doesn't matter. I love women. I'm not overly emotional. I'm a goddamn leader. I'm just not.
Check it out. There are heterosexual relationships where women are the leader because they're in a relationship with an emotional man. So that theory is debunked, sir.
You're not with a man. If he's overly emotional, not leading your household, that's not a man.
What is he?
We're about to say this.
Oh, because I want to hear you say it.
Because as a bitch. It's not. If you with a man that doesn't like cater to your emotional well-being as a woman, because a woman needs that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not like being her protector,
mm-hmm.
being there for her and supporting her, leading the way, a woman gonna look at you differently anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you're being overly emotional where she has to come and cater your ass, that's a problem. Now, a woman's supposed to be a man crutch. So a man is leading, it's gonna be times society pushes his ass back down, and a woman like, babe, we got this. Boom, back up to the top you go. It takes simple words.
Mm-hmm.
A real man bounce back, communicate with this woman, she'll feel like a queen, and she'll be submissive to a king. That's all it is.
Okay, I was talking to a friend about this in preparation for this show, right? So when you think about emotions, it's like 4 basic emotions. You sad, angry, happy, or you scared, right? Mm. So what she said was, and I was like, damn, is this true? Men have 2 emotions. They're either happy, you know when they laughing and all that crap, but then sadness, anger, and fear look alike. So she don't know what he is, and you won't say it because me and y'all don't
sadness,
talk about you.
Anger, and fear.
Y'all got the same.
Right. Because we'll keep it in.
Yes.
So if you communicate, there's a certain way you communicate to kind of distinguish it, and the man won't tell you. You kind of got to kind of like damn near get it in context clues. I'm gonna read a comment. It's kind of like going backwards.
Go for it.
Problems in a relationship is not sexually. Gays and straights deal with the same situation. It's called life. I didn't say it was sexually. I just let me explain something to you. When it's 2 gay men, who is the breadwinner? When there's a man and a woman, who's supposed to lead the household? Who's supposed to be a leader? Who's a protector? Automatically a man, because a woman wants a man to protect them. When it's 2 gay men, do y'all protect each other? I don't know.
So, okay. Why? Okay, so you know how like in a heterosexual relationship, you say the money come together. He can be the breadwinner, but the money come together. Yes or no? Did I make that up?
Well, yeah, no, they keep it a bread when the money come together. I think that in
So-
some marriages should be come together. That's my
Okay.
personal opinion.
So can't that happen in a gay relationship?
But who's the protector? Who's the leader of the household?
They can decide that. They can.
That's the difference. My point exactly.
My question
It's not
is
the
you.
same situation because you have to pick and choose, decide who is that. In a heterosexual relationship, is already perceived that the man is the leader of the household, and that's what it is. I know Amy said gay men do have their roles. By part, they have their roles. Their keyword you just said their roles. Man and woman, a man is looked at to lead the household and be the protector. And that relationship in the gay relationship is whoever they protect each other. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not no, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go for it.
And I don't want to be going deep into that. Men and women, they together, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get together, and this is society, maybe sorts of the Bible. And I don't want to get deep into that. Reproduce, populate the earth. So there's a difference, and this is why people keep telling me, yeah, gay people got this and gay people. I'm not homophobic. I'm just speaking facts. So gay men get together, or gay women get together. Those roles are not similar. And what happens in a relationship, they'll never experience what a heterosexual couple can experience, because you'll never experience 9 months pregnancy, period, from an emotional standpoint, from a man and a woman. You'll never experience that. It's always a big difference. You'll never get that emotional woman connected with her man through those 9 months. If you're a woman with another woman, you get pregnant. It's so different when you going to another woman for this thing. It's not the same. If you're a man is whatever. You already know the deal. So there's a big difference. There are certain things that from emotional state, especially from man to man, you're not going to get that emotion as a man would get from his woman. Women are typically more emotional than men, right? For the most part, right? Well, I guess you could say it. Women typically show more emotion than men. Times may be changing, whatever. That's a different story. So there's a big difference in the relationship roles, and the things, for the most part, some things may be similar, but it's not the same. So it's not the same situation. It's just not. Period. The gay people have their world and how they do things because they use the word, like Amy just said, their roles. Heterosexual people have their thing. That's just what it is, period. That's a big difference. It is what it is. So there's nothing from an emotional standpoint when we talk about, though, a man emotions is a sign of weakness. Now, if you're going to cross over to a homosexual relationship, who the fucking man, which man are allowed to show their sign of weakness? They don't designate roles, or no, we're together. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Nor do I care. Talking about man and woman. Because you know what? I love vagina. And vagina loves me.
Oh. I can't even respond. What is this comment right here? Oh,
actually, gays have a common ground. The ground that many straights try to get to at 50-50. The truth is heterosexual and homosexual, 85% the same. I don't know where you get your stats from. It's not 85% the same. I'm gonna tell you right there, right now. It is fucking not. Tell me when a gay man can give birth. Tell me when can a gay man show the same emotion as a woman going through 9 months of carrying a baby. It's not. What I'm sick and tired of was gay men, just be gay, but you can never take away a woman role. Period. That's the big difference. You experience emotion from a real woman. You can never experience emotional from a woman coming from a man. I don't care what you do. Those are big differences. So there's no, like, I don't know, heterosexual, homosexual are 85% the same. They're not.
Okay, so I definitely get where you're coming from, what you're saying, right? But what if they don't need that emotional piece from a woman? Like, there's definitely a difference between, that emotional soft touch of a woman versus a man. But what if he doesn't need that?
So what are you saying? A man, oh man, I like coochie, but I don't need that soft touch of a woman.
Well, good, that's what it is, because he's with another man. You know what I mean? Like, what if that's just...
Amy, you say, oh my God, Jay, I'm spitting like facts. Like, I'm not, what I'm saying is that, like, I don't know. I'm not a politically correct person. I'm gonna say what the hell it is and just it like that. Because facts are facts, truth is truth. I'm not gonna beat around the bush to get to the middle. I'm gonna go straight in that. And it's just what it is. It's a difference between heterosexual and homosexual. Yes, feelings are the same when people develop feelings or whatever. That's all similar. The way things are handled is it's a big difference.
I would agree with that.
It is.
I'm
not still on.
Okay.
It's a total big difference. It just is.
Well, there's definitely going to be a difference because there are different parties involved, but I don't know about them not being able to experience those emotions. It may not be the natural, flow of things according to you, but yeah, they have problems, they have things, and they support, one another in just different ways.
I understand that. They support each other in different ways. But my thing is, and you said surrogate, Amy, it's still not the same. It's not the same as laying down, making love to your woman, getting her pregnant, going through 9 months of her, going to doctor's appointments, etc. It is not the same.
Who is that?
This is circus. He said, "What is going on here? This is why therapy broke back mountain edition." Yeah, let's get back to reality.
I'm trying to figure out how we even got to that.
Because we talk about emotions, and like emotion is different from a man in that standpoint, whatever. But let's go back to the big guy.
So look,
go ahead.
No, go for it.
Why do men? So we already talked about this. Why do men have the emotions and stuff like that, and how can it be used against them? We kind of talked about that already. And this is why men struggle to open up. I'll read off a few things.
Go for
it. Society. Amy, I know you're on my side, Amy. Society, this men struggle to open up. This is why. Society does not encourage them to tune into their sensitivity.
I agree with that. I think nowadays they are doing it more, encouraging men to
do it more, wear dresses and wigs and shit. And wear fucking fanny packs and fucking purses. You know what? So this is a story.
What?
He's fucking 16 years old. So something happened. I ain't gonna go into details because it's an ongoing case. He's 16 years old, and he leaves. It was his personal car, and he says that white Louis Vuitton purse. Did you get it? So I'm thinking in my head, this motherfucker stole it. Purse belonged to him. A Louis Vuitton purse. Who at 6? What man? Whatever. Anyway, let me get back to that. But it's like you said, the sensitivity and society is pushing that. They're carrying purses now.
All right. What else?
The second, men brush it off when they experience difficult feelings, but they don't see an immediate solution. That's definitely like I said it's true. Like you go through things, and I ain't gonna lie. So because I go through this, you can go through some things. And your brain get an overload, right? It gets overload and shit. Like you got so much stuff going on. And when you by yourself, especially, I ain't gonna say, oh man, I know me personally, by myself, I probably open up alone. And I pray, I talk to God. That's when I open up. Because when you get the overload, it's just like you can't take no more. But I guess as long as you can talk to somebody and as long as you talk to the Most High, but when you open up to people, and that's why I'm saying when you're with a woman and you open up to her, because it's so hard for us to do it. When you open up to a woman and you get rejected because it took so much for you to open up and that shit got smashed right back down to you. It's like it shatters your heart and it's like, oh, I'm not doing that no more. But you won't show emotion from being rejected. You would brush it off and you'd be like, okay.
Yeah. So I think where some women take the wrong step is if he takes the time to open up to you, number one, listen, like shut up, just listen and don't tell him nothing about you. You know what? Yeah, because when I do that, I feel like shut up, just listen. Like it's not about you in that moment. Sorry. It's not about you in that moment. So just listen to what that man is saying. And that probably turns a lot of men off from wanting to even share the emotion either, because they like, don't interrupt me. I don't want to hear what she got to say. This is my moment.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not got nothing I gotta add to say. Like, I'm not. I'm just gonna be like, shh.
Please. Yes. All right. So what do you think about this? That you all are actually more emotional than women but you just hide it better. Like you really do be having butterflies going on the inside, but you just ain't gonna show it.
It depends on what the situation is. So let's say, I don't know. I can't really say a person at war because I never like been that soldier, but that's what a woman holding this crutch, right? So when you nervous and you don't show it though, but you go to your significant other, like, bang, I got this going on. I don't know how it's gonna be. And she's like, baby, got this. And I told us all I need to hear is you got this. That's it.
You got this.
You got this. And that man won't show his like weakness or emotional frustration, but just those words alone will boost his like energy and everything up. Like seriously.
Okay. Okay, boosting your confidence. All right, so when you're trying to express yourself, what does this say?
Some shit that I probably don't want to read because this is back to that fucking that shit. What you don't know is most women clothes originated from men. The only garment on the accessory originated from women is a bra. Learn your history, but me negative feelings for about a man word I know. First of all, motherfucker, let me tell you something.
Did we talk about clothes?
We talked about. I said something about clothes, man. Victoria's Secret. Who invented Victoria's Secret? What year Victoria's Secret came into place? What city was it invented? I don't know. It started as women garments, so it ain't about history. Nor do I give a fuck. Society tells us, or men that are masculine, we dress the way we dress. Men shouldn't be dressed in women clothing. That's my opinion. That's what I go with. That's what it is. So that's that. And if you wear a purse, a Louis Vuitton purse, that a woman particularly, well, I'm looking at you differently because here's it is. Women have their style. Society is pushing men to take over these roles where men think they're women. They can compete in women's sports. And this is about emotional. This is where fucking the emotion from men get fucked up at. Your emotions lead you to think that you can go compete in a woman's sport. You can go swim. You can go fucking run track. Men and women are built differently. God built man to be a man. God built a woman to be a woman. So women have their roles, their gender roles. Men have their gender roles. So when you want to cross over to a woman's side and take over like society is pushing you today, you can wear their dresses, you can wear their clothes, you can compete in their sports. You're just taking everything away from a woman, right? What does a woman have left? That's why a woman is more like of a feminist today than ever, because men are allowed to take over these roles that women are doing. So what do women have left? And society's pushing that, right? For that community. So let's get it real here. I'm not fucking going out wearing a purse or no fucking skirt because I'm looked at as a bitch. Period. Bottom line. So we all have roles. If you decide to take that role and you want to wear women clothing, that's your business. However, it has nothing to do with similarity between me being a masculine male than a homosexual, because we're both different. We might like sports like the same thing, but things we do in life is totally different. And that's the big difference. I don't have any criticism for people choose their life or chose to do that. That's their business, but I also have my beliefs. That's it. I'm a very strong-minded male, not particularly over-emotional. That's just me.
I'm gonna keep my comments.
But Rufus, I'm gonna read Rufus.
Yeah, because this is Rufus. I agree with this. Women, why do men need to be emotional? Women don't want that. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show because I was talking about how I don't want no crying man all the time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, express your feelings and all that, but we're not doing all of that. And I think it's just, like I said, the way I was raised and just how men are supposed to be. I can't respect that if you constantly are like, you can't deal with things. It doesn't show me that you are able to protect me. We both can't be scared of a mouse. Like we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about a protection piece.
But the people use that against them and can manipulate. Exactly. That part right there. Women will use that against you and manipulate you. You can control a person who shows emotion. Look at the media and politicians with Black people. They will target us because they know we're over emotional. That's how they control us. You hit it right there.
And that's how men manipulate women all the time. Girl, you know I care for you. Like you playing on her emotions. Yeah, emotions allow you to be manipulated. all of the time.
But I know he said that there's women wear men clothes way more than women wear men clothes way more than men wear. Let me tell you something. Look at society, right? This is how society has its trained, right? Women can be emotional with each other. Women can wear a fucking man's t-shirt they want to, whatever, and that's fine. But men being leaders and the emotional leaders, we can't cross over and wear some fucking leggings and expect to be viewed as a man with leadership that's masculine. You just can't. This is what happened in the world today, right? This is how they're taking over. They're telling man, hey, go put on your little fucking bras and your little leggings, whatever. They make it you like go down into this like very feminine state. So when they want to take over, it's easy because men are overly emotional. It's easy to overtake an emotional man because you can fuck him up mentally. You can break him down mentally and damage him mentally because it's easy to access that brain and break him down mentally. You don't have to go to war. And that's what they're doing right now. Tell a man, hey, you can go dress like a woman, you can be feminine and everything, and it's all right to be that way. So when you get to that state, they break you down. It's easy to manipulate you. Now, that is what it is. Now, a very strong-minded man will be on guard, like a fucking dog, like a canine, will be on the lookout.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'd be looking like, you know. So it's hard to break down a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of breaking down a guy, right? So Sweetest Day is coming up. Do you celebrate? Is this a real holiday? Do men want to be wined and dined on Sweetest Day?
No. I think Swedish Day, let me tell you something. The last 2 years, my opinion changed by a lot of things. I give a damn about Swedish Day and the money these companies make for Swedish Day because that's all it is, a money maker. So Swedish Day, I don't give a shit about. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't.
All right, I got another question for you.
What is it?
Would you be offended if a woman gave you a bouquet of roses as a gift?
Don't.
Don't do it.
I mean, I'd be like, hey, thanks. I don't order plants and shit. No, so I'll keep them. Like, I'm not gonna put them on my desk. Like,
is it not masculine for men to get flowers from a woman?
Well, maybe I'm just like, it's not. It's not masculine, you know.
Amy said, "What is Sweetest Day? Sweetest Day."
See, that's the problem. Sweet a way for these companies to make more money, but it's supposed to be for the guys, right?
Yeah, it's like the Valentine's Day, but for guys. The woman is supposed to like go all out for him because he goes all out for you on Valentine's Day. Were you saying Swedish or sweetest?
The sweetest. Swedish Day. I don't. It's Swedish Day. I might have said Swedish, but
sweet.
At the end of the day,
yeah. And I heard it's just a Midwest thing. Like they don't really do that in, in other coasts.
I don't even break my neck or like even try to even celebrate Swedish Day. Like who cares?
Yeah, but some men, emotional men, really get offended when it's like you don't get them anything for Sweetest Day.
But why?
It's okay, Amy. I don't know. Because they're emotional. Rufus, I can't with you.
As long as I could deflower her later. Take that. She said she never heard of it. Amy never heard of Swedish Day.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We just make up stuff in the Midwest, huh? Just to make some money.
Mm-hmm. Look, you should show your significant other that you care about them all the time, not just on Valentine's Day.
365 days of the year.
I want the same old love.
Here we go.
And all that. Who's the singer?
Anita Baker.
Oh, look at you.
I'm talking about Anita Baker.
Look at you.
Same old love.
What we got coming up on Life Grind? What's up?
So we got Get Up and Grind on the holiday. Columbus Day. I don't know what the hell he did.
It's called Indigenous People Day now, by the way.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got Get Up and Grind at 11 a.m. Got the morning show coming up. We have what is Girls Night?
Girls Night is back, y'all. Next Tuesday. Me, Ashley, and Ashley. We got some ish for y'all in a relationship. What does it mean when a man borrows money from you? Ooh, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on. Just the bitch assness is real. It's alive and well. So we're gonna break it down for everybody.
Wow, that's kind of deep.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I want to do. So we got the reality show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you just messed up the title.
Aww.
Life with the Hendos and the Life Grind Crew. That's what it is. And I want to show this video. If I can get your internet to like act right on my computer, I might have to restart it. But I want to show this video so people can know where it's coming from. This one, because I want to share the screen. The one on the TikTok.
Oh.
So I'm going to restart this, you know, right? So we're going to have to keep this show going until this restart.
Is this going to log us off though if you restart it?
No, it's not. We're going to still be live.
All right.
And that people can see us.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to have to restart it. So I got to restart this computer because Pookie, who hooked up her internet, you know, didn't like do a few things.
No,
First of all, let me tell you something. I'm for the AT&T. Don't get AT&T internet. Don't fuck with AT&T internet. It's the worst. Get Xfinity, get a high speed. AT&T internet is so whack, especially if you're streaming anything.
No, he got his laptop from a crackhead.
This is an Apple product
that he got from a crackhead.
Best Buy. Best Buy Apple product, and you know we just. That's
not true. That is simply not true. And so now he's trying to hate on my internet. It's real emotional of you.
Let me tell you something. I'm going back in here. We go share this video outside of the studio. Yes. Here we go. We're back in business.
Do I need to mute this?
No. It's hard to mute. Everything's back. I'm gonna show you this video. So this is gonna be part of the
Hendos. Oh, I can sing the opening.
We gotta talk about that.
He's such a hater.
So I think they should be able to hit us though. So I'm gonna close from the beginning once I share the screen.
All right, let's see it.
Let's see, y'all. This is gonna be shit. I'm about to do this right.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. I think you probably should mute yours though.
Oakley dokley.
Ready? Watch me wet. Watch me nanny.
Be pretty dope. It's gonna be a pretty dope with the reality show. So the reality show is gonna be like, I'm not gonna expose too much to kids, but you're gonna learn a little bit more about me and why my views on the way they are and everything, and a little bit of background. And not gonna be messy like that, but it's gonna be something for people to talk about. I can guarantee you that. So look for that coming out. I don't know when it's gonna be released. I would say the end of November, mid-November. Definitely before the holidays. Look at, Life of the Hendos and Life Grind Crew. It's not just gonna be me. It's gonna be Ashley and Don up in there too, because that's a different story. So a kid beat her up at school. That's a different story.
Beat up by a first grader.
So this is gonna be dope and real, man. And we got some dope stuff coming out. Also, make sure you get the shirts. Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes,
please. Get the shirt, go on the Life Grind website, check it out. We got hoodies, a new shirt coming soon because it's hoodie season.
Yeah.
And fellas, get you a Life Grind hoodie so when your girl spend the night, she can wear that hoodie with no panties on underneath it. Boom. Oh, I got a point there. When that Jay Hendo's Boom Boom Room reality show coming, it's gonna be part of. It's gonna be part of the reality show, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned, Jay. Boom, boom, room, y'all. Hey, wow. Thank y'all for tuning in to Wine Therapy. Y'all have a good night. Peace.